Hey folks, it's Wayne Polson coming to you from the 13-acre house right here on the west side of SM Heartland. And it is a dreary day today. We've had a bunch of snow, as most of you know, here in this part of Ohio. We got dumped on 2 Mondays ago, and last Monday we got dumped on. And I had to dig a truck out, I had to dig a Jeep out, I had to do a lot of work to get our 1/3 mile driveway passable. And of course, now that it's passable, it's going to rain, or it is raining right now, and this rain will turn to ice, and I will have a compound problem on my hands, I'm sure. But that's okay, because that's why we live, right? We live to experience life, the adventures of life. So I'm not complaining, folks. But listen, the reason I'm doing this video, this is going to be a short one, folks, it's because I want to send out a message. This is not a product review, but I feel like this is a service to you folks, the people who are subscribing to my channel. And for those of you who've maybe just stumbled across the channel because you were trying to solve an internet access problem that you are currently living with. Out here at the 13-acre house, we don't really have good internet access. We're surrounded by trees, so direct line of sight communication with like an internet relay does not work. DSL does not work here. We don't have a landline. Satellite reception would be poor here because of the vicinity of the trees. Now, I did sign up for Elon Musk's Starlink service, and that will be provided to our area sometime in the middle of this year, I'm thinking, and it's February now, so we're looking at June or July maybe, I hope, if those dates are somewhat accurate. But even at that, the way that system works is the satellite receiver dish has to follow these low Earth orbit satellites across the sky. And so we're still going to have some visibility above the trees. So I'm thinking we're going to have to put that satellite receiver dish on a tower of some sort out here. So that's still an issue we're going to have to work with. But in the meantime, what we've done, I would say prior to moving out here to SM Heartland and the 13-acre house, we purchased one of these. This is a Verizon device. It's called a Jetpack in the past. I don't think they call it a Jetpack anymore. I believe now it's just called the Verizon Hotspot. This hotspot is an ORBIC device, O-R-B-I-C, and I've had it for several months, and it's worked okay in a pinch. You get 50 gigabytes of data with it per month. It cost me about 75 bucks to buy this box, and then about, I think it's another 20 bucks a month for the 50 gigs. It could be 10, somewhere in there. I don't know exactly, so sorry about that info. That's not really important at this point. What's important is for me to tell you, don't do it. It doesn't work. It works 50% of the time. Now, maybe it's a problem with our vicinity. Maybe it's the line of sight problem. I mean, our nearest Verizon tower is pretty close. It's within a mile. And we have some AT&T towers. I believe we have Alltel towers in the area. But this device here is hit and miss. What happens sometimes is it'll connect with our devices, but then it'll stop streaming data. It just stops dead cold, and we're done. So then I have to shut everything off, turn everything back on, and it may pick up again at that point. Now, the 50 gigabytes runs out pretty quickly when you're doing internet uploads and streaming like I'm doing, like YouTube videos. I mean, you can consume 50 gigabytes in a couple of days. So what happens after you lose the 50 gigabytes is it throttles you back to turtle speed. I mean, it's basically useless. You still have internet, but you can't do anything with it. Sometimes, in the best of scenarios, I can upload a 10-minute video in about 45 minutes. Now, when this thing is pooping out on me, it may take 6 hours to upload a video that's 10 minutes long. It's real frustrating. So I'm not happy with this Verizon product. Some of you maybe use this, you like it. I have read some reviews and I've watched some reviews, and there are people saying the same thing about it. So folks, just a friendly word of advice to you: don't do this unless you absolutely have no other option. So let me talk to you about another option. The option that we have found here that works pretty well is our local public library. In this case, it's the Newcomerstown Public Library here in Newcomerstown. Our library has 35 hotspots, and I believe they're all on the Alltel system, I believe. I could be wrong, but I know they're not Verizon. You can sign up to basically borrow those hotspots for 1 week at a time. and you take it back at the end of the week, and you get on this waiting list where every week there should be one or could be one waiting for you when you take your previous one back. That's not always the case. They probably have a lot of people using these devices, and so there are some weeks where you'll go without a device. But it's free, they're reliable, they work all the time. Now, sometimes you'll get one that's been abused. I mean, you know, it's been through the ringer, or it's just normal wear and tear. So, you know, you're going to have that. But if you let the library know about that, they'll take care of it for you. So, so check your local public library, folks, and see if they have that service. I think a lot of libraries in the country are doing that right now. So I would advise you to try that avenue. And that works pretty good for me. If I can live with not having a hotspot for a week if I have this as a backup, or even my phone as a backup. I could use my phone as a 15 gigabyte per month backup source, but it's not fast, and I'd prefer not to use it. I said all that just to say, folks, that's my review of this product. It's really not a review per se. I don't do product reviews, but it's my experience with this product. So I hope that's valuable to somebody out there who's considering this. And folks, I want to speak to my subscribers. You guys who subscribe to this channel, thank you so much. You guys make my day. I'm here in this house every day now. I'm here with my cat, Pharaoh. When he doesn't feel like gallivanting around the neighborhood for several days at a time, he's here with me. Susie works quite a bit, so and when she's not working, she may be babysitting, so I'm stuck here alone a lot. Your comments really encourage me. They give me something to look forward to. I love answering your comments, so please keep it up. And if you're not a subscriber of this channel, I would just advise you, please subscribe. I don't have any kind of organized content. Like, I don't put out videos at a regular date and time. I just put out a video when the mood hits me, okay? And I try to put content in that could be helpful to people, but sometimes, you know, I know the content can be kind of boring. It's just me, a talking head, like right now, right? This is kind of boring. But I felt the need to put this information out there because of this poor product that Verizon is pushing out as a hotspot. So if you do feel inclined to subscribe, don't just subscribe, but also leave comments with me. You know, click the like button. Let me know that you're getting good vibes from the channel. Other than that, folks, thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for spreading that kindness. We need to keep spreading the kindness. We need to keep spreading the love around our communities. We need to draw people together, not push them apart. We all have differences. Sometimes those differences are really egregious in our minds, you know what I'm saying? We don't know why some people make the choices they do, and they don't know why we make the choices we make. So folks, just love one another. Love will win 100% of the time. All right, folks? All right, keep it up. I'll see you in the next video.